So today we are solving a system of equations using substitution. And notice our two equations here. One of them has an x equals, and the other one has x and y on the same side. Now, we can solve this system of equations by substituting all this stuff that x equals. Since we know that x equals 2y minus 6, we can take everything that x equals and replace x in the second equation with that stuff. All right, so here's what I end up getting for the second equation. Instead of 5 times x, I'll have 5 times all of this stuff that x is equal to, plus 4y equals 26. So notice, the only thing I did to that second equation is I replaced x with everything that x is equal to. All right, now why would I do that? Because I get this algebra equation now that only has y's as variables. And we can solve this algebra equation. All right, so let's do that. First off, the distributive property. 5 times 2y is 10y, minus 5 times 6, which is 30. Drop down my plus 4y equals 26. Okay. Now, before I start solving this, I can combine some like terms here. I've got a bunch of y's on the same side of the equal sign. 10y plus 4y is 14y. Drop down my minus 30. Drop down my equals 26. But notice, now I can solve this equation pretty easily. I'm going to add 30 to both sides. And I get 14y equals 56. And then I'll just divide both sides by 14. I end up getting y equals 4. All right, so I just found the y coordinate of my point of intersection, or half of the solution to the system. All right, now I'm almost done, but I'm still not done because I got y. Now I need to go back and find x. And if you recall, one of the equations is an x equals equation, and that will get me what I need. All right, so x equals whatever 2 times y is, and in our case, we just found out y is 4, so 2 times 4, and then minus 6. Well, let's see, what is that? 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. Guess what? We just found y. So our solution here is x is 2, y is 4. There is my point of intersection. All right, now a couple things to point out. When we have an x equals equation, notice we ended up solving for y first. But that doesn't change our process in solving the equation. We find one variable, we put it back into the original equation, and then find the other variable. Okay? Second thing to point out is, just because we found y first doesn't mean it goes first in our coordinate for our point of intersection. Remember, when we do a point of intersection, x is the first number, y is the second number. So even though we found x second, when we list out our point of intersection, it still goes first as the x coordinate. Or if you would rather write it out separately, you could also write it just as x equals 2, y equals 4. That way will also work too. These two things mean the same thing. All right, so hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button. Also subscribe because it really helps us out. But with that being said, good luck on your math, and I will see you next time.